Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. What does it mean when guys are standing around talking about their cars and they say that the car is Stage 1, Stage 2, or Stage 3? What are the different modifications that have been done to the car, and how much power does the car make on those different stages? So real quick, let's just go through the different stages. So the first one is Stage 1 modifications. These are called bolt-on mods. These are modifications that are very simple to do and also are reversible. For example, on this car, you can change the air intake from the stock one to something like this, a high performance one. That is considered a Stage 1 modification. You can also do some suspension work like this strut bar that you can see right here. Adding a strut bar can be considered a Stage 1 modification. Other mods that you can do is doing stuff like your exhaust. Other people will put better wheels and tires for better grip and stability for the car. Those are considered Stage 1 modifications. So Stage 1 modifications will be very easy, probably the cheapest as well for you to do, and they're reversible. So whenever you're trying to sell the car, it's very easy for you to just put back everything to its stock form, and those will be your Stage 1 modifications. When it comes to Stage 2, you're trying to get moderately more performance. So you're going to do things that are a bit more invasive, or kind of getting a bit more into the engine itself. So you're going to do things like remapping the ECU, doing a different tune on your ECU to give you slightly more power. You can do things like camshaft upgrades. You can also get your cylinder head worked on so that the engine is flowing air much better. And you would do things like also put lightweight pulleys. If you look at the pulleys on your car, a lot of aftermarket manufacturers will make lighter pulleys. That way your engine can rev up much quicker and give you a better response. So those will be considered Stage 2 modifications. And when it comes to Stage 2, you're going to get a slightly more noticeable difference when it comes to the horsepower of your vehicle. So with Stage 1 mods, you won't get much horsepower. Some cars will give you like maybe 15 to 20 horsepower improvements, but in general, from my experience, Stage 1 modifications will not really improve the responsiveness or performance of the vehicle. But when it comes to Stage 2, you kind of start to notice a bit more of a difference. So now we move to Stage 3, which is more advanced, and you start to do things to the internals of your engine. So you go ahead and maybe replace pistons, get stronger rods. Some people will even do a better crankshaft if that's available. You can do things like bore and stroke the engine. Those are all going to fall into your Stage 3 modifications. You're going to do bigger intercoolers, improve the fuel system to support the other mods on the car. You can even do transmission, drivetrain modifications. Those all fall into Stage 3, and you're pretty much getting into an advanced stage where you're going to notice quite a big bump in horsepower and the performance of your car. So at Stage 3, you really start to notice a difference from the way your car was when it was stock and when you put Stage 3 modifications. The next stage is going to be Stage 4, where we're getting into the really high performance stuff. Now you start to do engine swaps and full engine rebuilds, kind of similar to Stage 3. You're doing pistons, you're doing your rods, your crankshaft, boring the cylinders out, doing different stroke for the crankshaft. Then you can also do stuff like change the turbocharger if your car is turbocharged. If it's supercharged, you can do a bigger supercharger. And then you're starting to do stuff like custom tunes on your ECU. You get a custom harness for different sensors and whatever it is that you need to monitor all that is going on. That will all fall into Stage 4, and at this point you're spending quite a bit of money but also getting a very significant amount of horsepower from your car. So those are some of the mods that fall into the Stage 4 category. And then the last one is going to be Stage 5, at which point you're doing pretty much everything custom. You're getting a custom block designed for you. That's where you see people have what they call billet engines machined to work for a specific purpose and get the exact type of power and performance that they want from an engine. So when it comes to Stage 5, you're really pumping a lot of money into the car, and that way you're going to get very specific results from your car, very specific horsepower numbers. A big mistake that people like to make is connecting the stage of a car to the horsepower that it makes. Just because your car makes above 500 horsepower doesn't mean that it has gone through a stage. As long as your car is still in the factory setting that it came in, for example, if you haven't done any modifications to the air intake, exhaust, you have done no modifications to the car, even if it has 707 horsepower, like the Trackhawk, or even if it has 1,000 horsepower, like some supercars, you still don't say that that car is on any stage. You only say that it's on a stage when those modifications have been done. So if you've done your simple modifications of air intake, exhaust, doing strut bars, some suspension work and stuff like that, then you can say that car is a stage one, even if it's a 1,000 horsepower car. So it has nothing to do with the horsepower. It's got everything to do with the modifications that have been made to the car. So next time you guys are having a chat about stages, just remember that the stage just means the amount of modifications that have been done. And obviously there are different things that can be mixed around, and sometimes it's not even easy to just give a car a stage, because it could have simple mods done, like the intake, and then they get your exhaust done as well, you get your camshafts done, and then throw an ECU tune. So then you end up mixing different stages. But I just wanted to break this down for you guys so that you see where this stage thing is coming from. But the more that people modify their cars and do different things that kind of mix the stages, it becomes a bit difficult to use stages all the time. But at least now you guys know what that means.